Regatta wetsuit for £22? Surely not. Yes, you heard me right. We are going to be trying out this Regatta wetsuit, which costs just £22. A £22 wetsuit. Is it going to be any good? Well, let's find out. Time to get into the Regatta £22 2mm wetsuit. Job done. Now we have to keep in mind that this wetsuit is a 2mm wetsuit, and if you're going to order the medium comes as a medium/large. So keep that in mind. It might be a bit too big for you if you're used to wearing a medium. You see what I mean? There's quite a bit of give around my neck. I think it's going to be fine on the bottom, but around the neck it's definitely a bit loose, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to be getting into the water in a minute, so I'm going to have to put this camera away and we're going to move on to the underwater action cam and get some information about the temperatures of the water and what wetsuits actually do and which millimeter you should be going to buy for. So the sea temperature in Plymouth, Devon is approximately 16.2 degrees Celsius, 61.2 Fahrenheit today. The water will feel medium and a bit chilly in just swimwear, but a 4 to 3mm wetsuit should be thick enough if you plan on wearing one. So straight away we can tell this wetsuit is not right for these conditions. So this is a saltwater river and it's tidal, meaning it's constantly getting fresh cold water pumped into it, unlike a closed off lake that could be heated up by the weather around it. You can really see I'm struggling with the cold here.
That's fresh. The water's slowly going in.
So the water's going into the wetsuit and my body should be slowly heating it up. But with such a loose wetsuit, that may be a problem. So while I sit here in this frigid water, let's explain how wetsuits actually work and which one you will need depending on the area of the planet you live in. So 26 Celsius and above, you're not going to need a wetsuit generally. 21 to 25, a 1mm, 18 to 20, a 2mm, 12 to 17, 2 to 3mm, 8 to 11, 3 to 4, 4 to 7, 5 to 4, and below 3, a 6, 5 or 7. So as you can see, a 2mm is suitable for 18 to 20, and I'm currently sitting in 16 degrees Celsius water right now. And Riley next to me, who isn't wearing anything but some tracky bottoms, is definitely struggling with these frigid temperatures. But how cold is 16 degrees Celsius for water? Well, let's take a look here. Yes, 16 degrees Celsius is generally considered cold for swimming and may require a wetsuit for longer swims or if you're not acclimatized. While not as frigid as very cold water, it's still significantly cooler than the typical comfortable swimming temperature, which is around 26 to 28 degrees Celsius. So now it's time for the old dip test. Oh, nearly fell over. Let's get my bearings and we're going in. Whoa, hey, whoa, I can feel the air getting trapped on this bit, but it's keeping the water out, and it's the actual air and the buoyancy that's knocking me off here. Whew, water's starting to get in. It's definitely doing something and keeping me protected in certain ways. I definitely would be a lot colder without this wetsuit on. And I don't know what's going on. I remember, I forgot me water shoes. And we're walking in bare feet here on the rocks. That's why I'm walking around like a penguin who's had a few too many. You know, regardless of the cold, just being in such a beautiful location, sitting in the water, being in the sun, being out in nature, I'm absolutely loving it. But yeah, Riley is getting really cold. I shouldn't laugh, but he's normally the water baby. He's normally the one in the water, but he wasn't feeling too good this day. He was a little bit dehydrated and definitely struggling with the cold a lot more than me. But there you go. That's the difference between just wearing a 2mm, not very well fitted wetsuit and having nothing at all. It goes, you know, the proof's in the pudding. Time for some underwater shots because I just can't help myself. What I've found is the wetsuit is trapping a lot of air and probably not enough water to heat up for my body. If you stay still, it gets lovely and warm, but as soon as you start to move, you can feel it's letting in loads more fresh water, probably a bit too much, cooling down the body quite rapidly. I might have to send off for the smaller size, but I'm gonna take it jumping this weekend. So if you want to see me getting fully and jumping off the cliffs where there's no choice but to go right in, then you're gonna have to subscribe and like this video. Stick around for the video that's coming up this weekend. It is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome, and I'm gonna be at the bottom of the ocean doing a world's first. So if you're on the bigger side, I would recommend this wetsuit. I'm definitely on the smaller side, 5'8", 9.5 stone. I'm gonna have to probably after this weekend send it back for the smaller size and see what happens there and do another review. But for £22, I am really impressed. You are not going to find a cheaper wetsuit of actually quite good quality anywhere else. So we will be using this one again. We are heading to the English Riviera, the Babbacombe Downs, to go cliff diving, depth diving, and doing something super exciting. Like I said, another world's first coming up. And yeah, so we are going to be trying this wetsuit out one more time. I'm going to give it a proper good go. We're going to be in, out, shake it all about. Let's go, baby.